sign a bill to allow self-serve gas in Oregon next week. It will be the first time in more than 70 years. Now, Governor Kotek released a list of bills that she might veto.
The one that green lights self-serve gas is not on that list. Lisa Balick following this tonight. Lisa, I know you expected this.
Yeah, this is pretty much what people expected. You got to keep in mind only New Jersey, the other state besides Oregon, that doesn't allow self-serve gas. But that's likely going to be changing next week when the governor will be likely signing the bill into law. Now, one thing we found today, though, there are a lot of people who have just decided to pump their own gas anyway right now. Oregon, an oddity when it comes to certain traditions. No sales tax, no self-serve gas, at least until next week.
You live in Portland and you kind of get used to a level of quirkiness.
But we found pump your own gas is already underway at more and more stations in Oregon. It was first allowed starting a few years ago in rural and coastal areas when the labor shortage started. But you can now find plenty of places in major Oregon cities where drivers are filling up, even when state law still says it's full service only. And I checked with the state fire marshal, who says they have not suspended it like in past summers during wildfire season. Stations tell us they can't find enough help, some even having to close off pumps or reduce hours. Drivers simply tired of waiting. They'd rather just gas up and go.
You'll pull up and wait. Some won't even come and do it. Or at that, it gets busy at times, which is understandable. And, you might have somewhere to go or just whatever it might be. If you can do it yourself, why not be able to do it yourself? You know what I mean?
There are some who will still want full service, needing the physical help and or just simply liking the convenience. You live in Washington.
I'm in
So you can pump your own gas there,
yes.
Right?
But it's nice to come over here and not pump your own gas.
You like the convenience, okay. But I mean, some people say people will have a struggle trying to figure out how to pump their own gas. What's your take on that?
No, you can figure it out.
The governor tells me she's heard from thousands of Oregonians about self-serve, some concerned about the possible job loss. But keep in mind, the bill requires stations in urban areas to still staff at least half the pumps for full-service gas and no price difference. Okay, so when officially would this begin? Well, it's after the governor signs it into law, which will be sometime next week, and it takes effect immediately. Meanwhile, the governor did put out a list of some things that she was looking at vetoing. A lot of them had to do with spending money, millions of dollars on studies and surveys. For example, she is likely going to say no to spending about $250,000 taking a look at the possibility of a streetcar in Salem. Live in Southwest Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.
All right, but this issue on whether to pump your gas, Lisa, it practically has our newsroom divided, so I know the state feels the same way. Thank you, Lisa.
We are learning